Good morning, students. In today's class, we are discussing the methods of preparation of hydrogen from various compounds. First, preparation of hydrogen from cold water using highly reactive metals. Only three metals which liberate hydrogen from cold water. They are potassium, sodium and calcium. So name the three metals which react with water and liberating hydrogen: potassium, sodium and calcium. These three metals react with cold water and liberating hydrogen. Equation: K plus HOH. HOH is H2O. When potassium is placed in cold water, potassium displaces less reactive hydrogen from water and we get potassium hydroxide and hydrogen, KOH and hydrogen. This reaction is violent and exothermic and the liberated heat energy ignites hydrogen. Hydrogen is ignited to water. Next, when sodium, next metal is sodium when placed in cold water. Sodium is highly reactive, displaces hydrogen from water forming 2NaOH plus hydrogen is evolved. So what happens when sodium is placed in cold water? When a piece of sodium is placed in cold water, the reaction is vigorous or violent but comparatively less than the reaction of potassium. Okay. So when sodium is placed in cold water, form a globule. It form a globule and darts on the surface of water. Darts meaning the sodium globule, the sodium piece will move zigzagly on the surface of water. Hence, collection of hydrogen is difficult. Therefore, usually sodium metal is wrapped in wire net or wire mesh and then placed in cold water. Then what happens is, when sodium metal is wrapped in wire mesh and then placed in water, it sinks in water. That wire mesh sinks in water, then from that sodium liberate hydrogen from cold water. Therefore, by wrapping sodium in wire mesh and then placing that wire mesh in water, we can collect hydrogen from cold water. And the next one is calcium. A reaction Ca plus HOH. Calcium react with cold water. Calcium is heavier when compared to sodium and potassium. So when calcium is placed in cold water, it sinks in water. So which metal sinks in water? Calcium sinks in water, and the reaction is less vigorous and form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. But usually calcium is not used for preparation of hydrogen because calcium is expensive when compared to sodium and potassium. So learn the three equations: the preparation of hydrogen from sodium, potassium and calcium, and the observations also. Study the observations. Next, from boiling water. Preparation of hydrogen from boiling water. Only one metal reacts with the boiling water and liberating hydrogen. The metal is magnesium. So which metal liberate hydrogen from boiling water? Magnesium. The equation is Mg plus H2O gives MgO plus H2. Then steam. From steam also we can prepare hydrogen by using aluminium or by using zinc. The equation is aluminium react with the steam gives Al2O3 plus H2. Zinc react with the steam gives ZnO plus H2. So a metal reacts reversibly with the steam and producing hydrogen. The metal is iron. Iron react with the steam reversibly. The reaction is reversible and form Fe3O4 plus H2. Fe3O4 is known as magnetic oxide of iron. Magnetic oxide of iron with the evolution of hydrogen. Next, the method of preparation of hydrogen from dilute acids. Dilute acids react with dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid, react with the sodium, potassium and calcium, and the reaction is vigorous and large amount of hydrogen is obtained. So the reaction is practically not feasible and the reaction is explosive. So sodium, potassium and calcium, these three elements are not used to prepare hydrogen from dilute acids. The reason is the reaction is vigorous and explosive in nature. So practically not feasible. So from other elements we can prepare hydrogen by using dilute acid. For example, a magnesium plus dilute HCl gives. Magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen. Simple displacement reaction gives MgCl2 plus hydrogen. Al plus H2SO4 gives Al2SO4 thrice plus hydrogen. Then Zn plus dilute H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus H hydrogen. All these reactions are examples of simple displacement. Fe plus dilute HCl gives FeCl2 plus hydrogen. So here we use mineral acid, dilute hydrochloric acid or dilute sulfuric acid. But there is one more acid which is dilute nitric acid. Dilute nitric acid cannot be used in the preparation of hydrogen. Why? Dilute HNO3 cannot be used in the preparation. Why? Because dilute HNO3 acts as an oxidizing agent. It is a producer of oxygen. Oxidizing agent. It is a producer of oxygen, and oxygen react with the evolved hydrogen and form water. So therefore nitric acid is not used in the preparation of hydrogen. So the reason is dilute nitric acid acts as an oxidizing agent and oxidizes hydrogen to water. Then all the metals above hydrogen can be used in the preparation except lead. Lead metal cannot be used in the preparation of hydrogen because lead react with the dilute HCl or dilute sulfuric acid and form an insoluble coating on the surface. Lead chloride and lead sulfate are insoluble in water and they form a coating on the surface of the lead metal. Hence, the further reaction comes to a stop and the evolution of hydrogen is ceased. The next method is preparation of hydrogen from alkalis. For example, alkalis are in sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. From alkalis we can prepare hydrogen by using certain metals like zinc, lead or aluminium. These three metals are amphoteric in nature. So what is the unique property of zinc, lead and aluminium? The unique property is amphoteric nature. The amphoteric nature meaning these elements can react with both acids and alkalis, form respective products. We know that metals react with acids generally, but these three metals can react with both acids and alkalis. Such elements are called amphoteric in nature. So we can use these metals for the production of hydrogen from alkalis. For example, Zn plus sodium hydroxide gives a salt Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen. Na2ZnO2 is sodium zincate. Then Zn react with KOH, caustic potassium hydroxide to form K2ZnO2 plus hydrogen. This is potassium zincate. So learn the equation and by heart it. Pb plus NaOH, lead react with NaOH, concentrated alkalis to form Na2PbO2 plus H2. Sodium plumbate plus hydrogen. Aluminium react with the concentrated sodium hydroxide or aluminium plus NaOH plus water. So write water in this equation. Okay, and it gives NaLO2 plus H2. What is NaLO2? Sodium aluminate plus hydrogen. So what is the unique property of zinc, lead and aluminium? They are amphoteric in nature. These elements are amphoteric and these elements are used in the production of hydrogen from alkalis. So now we know that zinc, lead and aluminium, these metals are amphoteric. Their oxides and hydroxides are also amphoteric in nature. So name an amphoteric oxide. Answer is zinc oxide, lead oxide or aluminium oxide. Name an amphoteric hydroxide, zinc hydroxide, lead hydroxide or aluminium hydroxide. These also react with the alkalis and they liberate salt and produce water. From oxides and hydroxides we get water as the byproduct. From amphoteric elements, when they react with the alkalis, we get hydrogen as the byproduct. So very important, oxides and hydroxides of amphoteric elements react with the alkalis and form salt and water. The amphoteric elements react with the alkalis to form salt and hydrogen. So activity series, you know that activity series is a representation of metals and non-metals in the decreasing order of reactivity. So in this chapter, a part of the activity series is given. There you can see the arrangement of elements in the decreasing order of reactivity with the water. So all the elements above hydrogen react with water, meaning cold water, boiling water or steam and liberating hydrogen, except one metal. Which is the exceptional metal? Lead. Lead do not react with cold water. Elements or metals below hydrogen also do not react with water and liberating hydrogen. There is no reaction with the metals below hydrogen in the activity series with water. And all the metallic elements above hydrogen react with dilute acids except lead. Lead react with the acid to form as insoluble coating and the reaction ceases. Hence the production of hydrogen comes to a stop. So lead metal cannot be used for the production of hydrogen from dilute acids. And all the metals below hydrogen in the activity series cannot liberate hydrogen from dilute acids. For example, copper, silver, etc. do not displace or do not react with dilute acids and liberating hydrogen. So study all the equations and write notes. Thank you.